Your UK driving test is coming up, and you want to impress your examiner, right? So in today's video, we will discuss what you can do on your driving test day to impress your driving test examiner. When it comes to impressing your driving examiner, you might have heard advice like dress up really smart or dress to impress. But guess what? That's not what really matters. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss our latest videos. So, yes, first impressions do matter, but not in the way you think. Then what does matter? Instead of focusing on dressing formally, just wear something comfortable. Make sure your clothes are clean and you smell fresh because examiners don't really care about your outfit or how you look. What truly matters to them is how you treat them, and most importantly, how well you drive. So, skip the stress over your appearance and put all your energy into showing them you are a safe and confident driver. That's what will truly make a good impression. The next thing you can do to make a good impression is to have your car keys ready. Whether you are waiting with your instructor, your parents, or sitting alone in the waiting room, make sure you know exactly where your keys are and know exactly where your car is parked. Sounds simple, right? But you would be surprised how many learners fumble around looking for their keys when the examiner says, "Okay, let's head to your car." Now, imagine you are standing there, nervously checking your pockets, your bag, maybe even looking at your instructor in panic. Awkward, right? So avoid this stress. Keep your keys in hand so you can confidently lead the examiner to your car. It shows you are prepared and ready to go. And remember, your examiners are just regular people, not the police, not out to fail you and find fault with your driving test. In fact, they want you to pass, as long as you drive safely. So when you meet your examiner, start with a smile, be polite, and treat them with respect. All right. So, on the day of your driving test, don't be that person who keeps the examiner waiting. Make sure you arrive at the test center at least 5 minutes early, and once you are in the test center waiting room, have your ID, provisional driving license, and theory test certificate in your hand. The examiner will check them as soon as they call your name. Now, here's where some people mess up. Don't leave your documents in the car, your pocket, or in your wallet. Imagine the examiner calls your name, and suddenly you are patting your pockets, checking your bag, or worse, walk all the way back to your car. And it's not a good impression. Examiners don't like waiting around, and they definitely don't want to call your name over and over. So always be prepared. After checking your documents, the examiner will ask you to fill out a form before starting the practical test. Now, here is your chance again to make a good impression. Have your documents and pen ready so you can sign the form without any delays. When the examiner asks for those, don't waste time searching your wallet for a pen and paper while the examiner stands there waiting. That doesn't look good. Now make sure you learn the answers to those show me, tell me questions before your test. Trust me, it's very important. It will show the examiner that you are not only ready to drive, but that you actually know your car inside and out. Answering confidently and correctly is a great way to impress your examiner right from the start. Some questions will be about things inside the car, like, show me how you would adjust the mirrors before starting your journey. And others will be about the bonnet, like, tell me how you would check the engine oil. Now, if you don't know any answer, don't worry. The examiner might give you a little hint or guide you towards the right answer. But still, as we are here to impress the examiner right from the start, so show the examiner that you know the show me, tell me question answer, and you are 100% ready for the test. There are about 21 questions, so go over them a couple of times, and they will be locked in your brain for sure. So imagine the driving examiner doing 7 or 8 driving tests a day, driving the same routes, and not having much conversation with the person in the car. It must get boring for the examiner, right? That's why a bit of conversation can help impress your examiner. So, when you are asking your examiner questions and showing interest in both driving and them, it definitely makes a great impression. Always have some questions ready to break the ice. You can ask maybe something like, what's the best car you have ever been in for a driving test? Or, how long have you been an examiner? Or you can ask, how did you become an examiner? Straight away, that's going to grab their attention instantly. They will be impressed and start thinking about it. It's a simple way to make the test feel less formal and more like a friendly conversation. Remember, examiners are people too, and a little conversation can make the experience more enjoyable for both of you. Most examiners will start a bit of conversation to help you relax and calm down test day nerves, just to make the experience a little easier. So, try to figure out what kind of examiner you have for your driving test. Are they friendly and cracking jokes to make you feel comfortable and relaxed? Or do they prefer to be quiet, barely saying a word the whole time? Yeah, it would be great if all the examiners are super talkative and funny right from the start, but not all are super talkative. And that's okay. There are also examiners who prefer to keep things quiet. And it doesn't mean they don't like you or that they'll mark you harshly. It's just their way of doing things and how they like to run the test. So, if you try making small talk and get one-word answers or no reply at all, don't be stressed. It's nothing personal. Rather, think of it as a bonus. If your examiner is quiet, you are getting a calm, focused test environment. They will assess you fairly and give feedback on what you did well and where to improve. Plus, their silence gives you the chance to concentrate fully on your driving without distractions. On the other hand, if you get a friendly and talkative examiner, that's great too. If they are answering your questions or even asking you some, just go with the flow. Having a conversation can make the test feel more relaxed and easygoing. You can ask them things like, what do you think of the weather today? Or, how many tests have you done so far? Or even you can ask, what's being a driving examiner like? Or how long have you been doing this? Building a good understanding with someone you are sharing a car with for 30 to 40 minutes can make the test feel way more relaxed and enjoyable. There is always something to talk about. And honestly, when you are enjoying the conversation, the test will fly by before you know it. And when the examiner will say, okay, switch the engine off, and you will be like, wait, that was it. That's felt like just 5 minutes. Well, so how you drive during your test really matters. If you give the examiner a smooth, comfortable ride, they will feel safe and relaxed, which can definitely improve your chances of passing. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to avoid doing anything risky or dangerous. On your driving test, you are not auditioning to be the best learner driver ever. Yes, you have a learner's license, but they don't want to see you driving like a nervous beginner. For example, don't drive at 20 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone when you could be driving safely at a higher speed. At the same time, don't try to impress them by speeding or driving like you are in a Fast and Furious movie. It's all about finding the right balance. Show real confidence by making decisions smoothly by driving at a sensible, appropriate speed. If you can do that, you will prove you are ready to handle the road like a pro. Now, what about mistakes? Yeah, they are going to happen on your driving test. And that's totally fine. The important thing is knowing how to handle them without letting them ruin your test. The best way to deal with mistakes is to acknowledge them, let them go, and keep driving. Don't overthink it, don't stress, just stay focused and move on to the next thing. If you want to impress your examiner and pass your driving test on the first try, make sure to follow all the advice provided in this video. All right, let's wrap this up. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box and we will get back to you. And before you go, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any video. Thanks for watching.